What's going on, guys? Your boy RedpillCanuck back again with another YouTube video. Shout out to the Canuck Squad for being involved and being active on this YouTube channel. And of course, today's episode, as always, is sponsored by RedpillCanuck.com, our daily pill, where we get all our news articles and all that fun stuff. And of course, if you're listening to an alternative platform, shout out to everybody on good old Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Shout out to you. Hit the follow button on the way in. And if you're on YouTube right now, hit the like button on the way in and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, we cannot forget about Black Rabbit Web Solutions. If you're looking for unlimited domain hosting and domain registration at an amazing price, check out www.blackrabbithosting.com. And what happened to my applause? There we go. And there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another Money Monday. And as always, it is the only day of the week where we have our minds on our money and our money on our mind. And today is going to be no different. And today, we're going to be probably hurting some feelings. And we're going to be knocking you all over the heads today. Yes. But it's all tough love. It's all tough love because I want you all to succeed. Now, of course, we have our good old inflation and recession and all that debaucherous behavior. Yep, I actually warned you guys about this last year. I did a whole series, actually. And it's actually on RedpillCanuck.com. I literally did a whole week on how to prepare yourselves for this very, very craziness that we're going through right now. But some of you were actually said, you know what? I don't need it. I'm making $100,000 a year, so I'm good. So shout out to you. Actually, maybe not. No, because here's the thing. If you did not have a raise last year, you took a major pay cut. Now, you guys are probably wondering, what the heck are you talking about, RPC? What are you talking about? I'm in that bank. I'm making that money. I don't need any advice. I'm this here. Oh, yeah, you think you're rich with $100K. Are you rich with $100K?
Nope.
No, of course not, because in 2023, that $100K is probably worth maybe $80,000 right now, if not less, depending on where you live. Now, in today's episode, we're actually going to be going through a video, and make sure you subscribe to this guy's channel. We're going to be using him as reference. Jake Farron. I can't pronounce that name right. No disrespect to the man's name. I just suck at names. Y'all know how I am. Now, we're going to use his video as a reference, and this individual actually makes $129,000. So, shout out to him. But even he's going to state that it does not go the same as it did before. $129,000. And bear in mind, this is in the U.S., so shout out to U.S., and it's actually in Utah. Bruh. Yeah, good old Utah. Now, bear in mind, Utah, standard of living is way different. So, again, we're actually going to go through that as well. So, this is going to be a very entertaining video, a very entertaining episode. So, kick back and get your pad and paper out. So, hope you all learn something. So, we're going to go through this man's video here, and we're going to invoke our good old fair use. So, just in case, well, he's on YouTube, so he should know about fair use already, but we're going to invoke our fair use anyway. And here we go. Expert to copyright material be under circumstance be quoted verbatim for the purpose of teaching, criticism, reporting, and research without the need for permission or payment to the copyright holder. Now, as a YouTuber, you should already know this, so we're actually giving you some free shine. And we're using this for educational purposes, which I'm pretty sure why you came up with this video to begin with, to educate. So let's get into the video. Let's roll the film.
A recent study showed that 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and of those, 40% is making more than $100,000 per year.
See, he stated it right off the bat. Which is kind of sad. And it's actually, this video was made about 4 months ago. Now, based on the calendar, that was last year. We're in March now. So this is probably even worse. Continuing.
But you might be thinking, wow, that's insane. How is anyone living paycheck to paycheck on 6 figures? That's so much money. Well, let me show you how easy it is to blow through a 6-figure income. I'm a product designer at a tech company.
And apparently he's in Utah by chance. Utah's actually pretty cheap to live in. Shout out to all my Utahdians. Is that even a word? Utahdians? Anyway, continuing.
I make $130,000 a year, and I'm sad to admit that I'm one of those Americans. We're going through my spending, so hold on tight, grab a cold beverage, and
yeah, we're gonna dissect his spending because it's gonna get very interesting. So we're gonna kind of skip a little bit. We're gonna go right to where he starts in because he's gonna do a little bit of an intro. We're gonna kind of skip that. We're gonna go right. I think we should be okay right here.
We got you close. We got you $129,000.
This is him negotiating for his salary, by the way.
I should say that I recently did get a new job that came with a pay bump, so things aren't nearly as tight anymore. But $100,000 just ain't what it used to be.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank you.
My gross pay per paycheck is $4,961.55. But we're actually going to do 2 pay periods, or about 1 month, just so there's more stuff to look at. So we'll bump that up to $9,923.
Now, here's the thing. You guys probably think this is a lot of money. He's making almost $10,000 a month. Shout out to him. Now, that's a lot of money. By any stance, it's a lot of money. But again, like I said and what he said as well, it does not go as far as it used to. Now, that could be a number of factors. It also could be inflation, obviously, but also what you're spending it on. And the reason why I chose this video is because this man is actually married and he has 2 kids. So there's 4 people in the house. So he's going to go through his finances, and we're also going to critique at the same time because there was a few surprising things that actually was on this video, which I could have probably easily kind of deleted from it. But I'll let him talk. Continuing.
And 1 cent. But before I see any of that money hit my account, I pay $1,852.78 in taxes.
Yeah, shout out to taxes. Yeah.
And there's $280 in pre-tax deductions, which includes health insurance and dental. And then I pay $1,190.78 in 401k contribution, which was 12% of my income, and the company would match up to 6%. So that was an extra $594 to my 401k, which if I need...
Now, here in Canada, we actually don't have 401ks. I think we have something with RSP contributions, or RSP, or whatever it was called. We have that instead. And some companies actually will match whatever you contribute. I think that's a standard thing across the board for most companies. But I'm talking about like high level companies. I'm not talking about like, like say working at Tim Hortons or Walmart or whatnot. Actually, maybe Walmart does. I really don't know. Continuing.
I made $1 million when I turned 59 and a half, then I have failed in a big way. A 401k kind of feels like you're betting on yourself to fail, but it is a good way to kind of pay yourself first. There's a concept in one of those books like Richest Man in Babylon, or one of those.
There's other ways to actually pay yourself first, and there's actually spreadsheets we can easily find online where you can actually budget yourself. And there is actually a standard percentage you can actually pay yourself first before you put aside for bills and whatnot. But the best thing to do is to actually, he is right, the best thing is to take care of yourself first. Because a lot of you guys, when you get your paycheck, the first thing you do is go and pay your bills. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, though, you give yourself the short end of the stick. Now, budgeting really comes into play here, where you can easily manage all those payments. So that way, when money decides to hit your account, you know exactly what to do with it, because a lot of individuals, and again, this is just learning. I'm not trying to crucify anybody here. This is all learning. We're all learning together here. A lot of people, when they get their paycheck, they don't know what to do with it. It just, when the bills come, they just pay it. Now, what you really have to do, you have to designate a job for your money. Put your money to work for you. Employ your money. Give it something to do. So that way you're able to not only prioritize, but you're able to budget even before the money hits your account. Now, if you're working, say, normal 9-to-5 job, you know what your paycheck is going to be per pay period, which is 2 weeks or every month. So you know exactly how much you're going to make because nothing changes. You get a standard 40 hours a week, and unless you decide to take vacation, that's when it could go a little bit, have a little bit of a differentiation. But you know exactly what you're getting per pay period and per month. So that being said, if you know that already, you should already have jobs for your money when it hits your account. So that way things can be taken care of and you could better budget that way. But we'll get into that in another video. Continuing.
Those finance books that says that you should pay yourself 10% of your income first, like pay yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm glad he brought that up. That's the percentage I was referring to. Paying yourself. I usually say 15 to 20% if you're able to. But the standard is, he is right. It is about 10%.
So I see the 401k as that kind of thing. And I guess with the 401k, I'm not technically paycheck to paycheck then because I'm like putting that money away. Anyway, what's hitting my account is $3,300 per paycheck or $6,600 per month.
Wow. Good Lord. From 9,000 to almost 10 grand, all is left for him is 6 grand. Wow. Wow. So almost 3.5K is gone before it even hits your account. Wow. Unfortunately, this is not uncommon. This is the standard practice in Western society. You see how much you're getting before you're robbed. Good Lord. Continuing.
We're just going to go through the things that I think you would find the most interesting. Starting with this stuff on the top. So paycheck, $3,299. These are the 2 paychecks for the 2 pay periods. And then this first big one, $2,000.
Now, what he has here, he actually has a spreadsheet of all his spending, which you could easily do yourself as well. And I do recommend you're doing, because when you actually look at these things on paper, you know how much you're actually spending. Because here's the deal. When debit cards were introduced, I think that's when spending went totally chaotic. Now, the reason why is because we had the convenience of, not carrying around cash. I get that. But the problem is with having a debit card or any sort of electronic transaction tool, I like to call it, you don't know how much you're spending. So here's the thing. So if you have $100 in your pocket, $100 bill, or say we'll make it easy, say 520s. When you go and buy something, you know exactly, okay, you know what? I have $80 left or I have $60 left. So you know how much and not to overspend. Now, the problem is with the introduction of debit cards, credit cards, you do not know how much you're spending because you don't feel it. You don't physically see it. I think that's the issue. So having a budget sheet, I feel it's very important in regards to saving money. Now, right here, he's smart. He has it on an Excel spreadsheet, which you guys could easily do. And we could easily see how much he's spending and how much we should take out. Continuing.
$253.03. That's our mortgage. So that's our biggest expense in the month. Just for some quick context, this is my house. I'm married. I have a wife, 2 kids, ages 4 and 2.
Okay, we don't need to know that.
So you can see paycheck is in there. mortgage, Venmo payments. I'm not exactly sure what all these Venmo payments are. Several of these are to babysitters. So we have a babysitter that comes every week and we pay her, I think it's like $40 to $60 every week, which...
Wow. Whew. Okay. So, well, I'm not sure if the wife works, so maybe she works. I don't know. But to have a babysitter, now you know how expensive it is to have kids. So y'all legacy individuals out there, take note. Kids ain't cheap. And I like to call them lovable liabilities. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams for that one. But they're lovable liabilities. You love them, but they cost you money. Continuing.
It's totally worth it. If you have young kids, take a little bit of time away from the kids, just be with you and your spouse. Some of this other stuff is like random spending. So I went mountain biking with my brother and I rented a bike. I probably should have pulled the credits out and only shown the money that's going out of our account, but whatever. Our utilities is $510 per month.
Wow.
This is our power bill, $258, which is a lot. And it's because it's a summer month, like August, it's always going to be higher because we're just...
And of course it's Utah. It is hot as hell. Continuing.
Just cranking that AC. This one, the $150 is for water and garbage and that kind of stuff. Then this is for our internet, $76, and then $24 for our energy bill. My wife really didn't want me to walk through all this stuff. I feel
okay,
like
we don't care about your
this
wife
on the channel before, but I have fake teeth. I got hit by a car on my road bike when I was 16 years old.
Yeah, we don't need to know that part.
Smashed on are $892. They kind of fluctuate between $800 and $1,000. Right
now here's where it's going to get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get interesting where it is in regards to food. Now, we all know groceries are expensive, fine. But here's where it gets interesting. You're spending so much money on groceries, but you're eating out. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? If you're spending money on groceries and you're spending so much money on groceries, then why the heck are you eating out? The food is there in your house. Make something. It's not hard to cook. Put noodles on a pan. I don't know, you can make stir fry. Literally 15 minutes. I've tested that out. It does not take long. Usually when I go to work, I get up maybe like a half hour, maybe to an hour before I usually do. And I just literally, I make my dinner to go to work. It's not hard. Continuing.
around there. Eating out. We're so bad. We're so bad at this.
So have a lot of individuals. Y'all bad. Y'all making Uber Eats and DoorDash and whatever delivery service out there. Y'all making them rich. Now, I want to see how much this man spends on food. Do I even want to press this button?
We eat out way too much. $782 eating out.
Are you for real? Are you for real? Now, I'm going to go back a little bit because this man said he spends $800 and something on groceries. Hold on a second. Where is it? Is it here?
Kind of fluctuate between $800 and $1,000.
Okay, hold on a second.
Eating out. We're so bad.
Oh, no,
We're
no.
So bad
I didn't go far.
$243 for one of those visits in August. Our groceries are $892
in groceries. And you're still eating out? You're still spending $892 a month on groceries, right? Now, here's how much he's going to have to spend on eating out. $782. Good Lord. So you're spending almost $1,600 on food. There's your problem there, sir. If you're spending so much money on groceries, then there's no need to... Okay, I understand. You want to eat out once in a while. If you want to eat out once in a while just to, just have a nice treat or an outing, then fine. I'm cool with that. I see no harm in that. But you're spending as much on groceries as you're spending on eating out. What? What? Wow.
Eating out. And this is for 4 people. I mean, 2 adults and then 2 kids.
Okay, kids don't eat that a lot. I'm pretty sure this guy has small children. Kids don't eat that much. Look at this here. Okay, let's look at some of his restaurants he went through here. Now, I don't want to... Okay, look at this. So apparently he went to a Mexican grill restaurant. $157.40.
Bruh.
Wow. And then you have small ones here, so you have $40, $40. Now, guys, these add up. So you guys are probably looking, say, hey, you know what? It's only $20. It's only $17. These things add up. They add up until you hit $700 and something. Wow. Continuing.
But we could definitely cut some cost in eating out. I never know, like, what's normal. Like, what do you guys spend on eating out every month?
Not as much as you do, sir. Continuing.
I'm so curious. Like, comment below if you know how much you spend on groceries, if you know how much you spend on eating out. I would be very curious.
He's only left with $1,000 from $9,000. Wow. Okay, he's gonna get into clothing and I guess into grooming now. So
clothing and shopping for $600. Financial advisor, $150. We're just
financial advisors. If your financial advisor was doing a good job, he would tell you not to eat out so damn much. My mind is blown. My mind is seriously blown. From almost 10 grand, this man is almost at $300 right now. Wow. Continuing.
Kind of like putting away into this long-term savings.
Well, at least he's saving money. He's saving $150 a month. Now, you could easily... Sorry. I just don't get it. Honestly, I gotta go full screen for this one. Honestly, I gotta go full screen for a second. Guys, I do not understand. Like, I know the convenience is there. I get that. Sometimes you guys don't want to cook. Sometimes you guys are tired. I get that. But $700 and something on delivery, and it's almost the same amount that you spent on groceries? I don't understand. Help me understand this. And you only have $150 for your personal savings. And this is for 4 people. You're saving $150 a month for 4 people. He could have easily saved at least $500 a month. Easily. If you didn't eat out so much, you could have easily saved $500 a month. Anyway. Good Lord. I don't know sometimes. Continuing. We're almost done with this video. We're almost done with this video because this man's almost broke. Continuing.
$195 total. So you got $113 for home and auto, and then life insurance we're paying $54 and $27. So I think 54 is for my life insurance, and then my wife's is $27 a month. This is for our phones. This is for Spotify, Epidemic Sound, Disney Plus, Hulu, so $150 a month. For gas and fuel is $467.97.
Oh my God, he's in the negative now. I forgot he didn't mention about gas. Oh my God. This video's not even done yet. And he's already in negative. All right, continuing.
It's $283 in just random shopping. And then this is also just random spending. You got post office on there, Walgreens. Travel. So in the month of August, we actually took our family to Disneyland, so $357. So I don't know if I...
Okay, there's nothing wrong with traveling. I don't have an issue with that. Y'all work hard. You need to escape. You need some time for yourself. Enjoy life. I don't have an issue with the traveling. The food delivery service I do though. But anyway, continuing.
I should really count this in my regular spending, but you can see Disneyland Resort, Pooh Corner, Bing Bongs in Anaheim, Tiki Juice Bar, all the best places in Disneyland. There are other things that are obviously missing from this,
okay, we don't need to know that.
So this is just for the month of August. Then the rest of them, parking, returns, books. Yeah, not super important. Okay. So our total spending for those 2 pay periods was $8,010.14. We do have other sources of income, like I do freelance design work, and I have a chunk of savings still.
Okay, I'm glad he mentioned this, and I'm glad somebody else is saying this, because I told you guys time and time again, get a side hustle. Find something you're good at. Listen, Cheest himself, Cheest. He blessed you with a skill. Not everybody is useless. Nobody's useless in this world. Everybody is blessed with something. Utilize that. Monetize it. Now, he is doing freelancing. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all good at video editing. You can do video editing services. You can do transcribing. There's so much stuff you can do to offset whatever money you're losing. Now, I'm scared to see what this guy's final tally was. I think it's almost $2,000. But anyway, I'll continuing.
From when I did the 2 jobs thing, and I make some money from YouTube. I could go into more detail on that if you're interested. I'm actually surprised at how much I'm making because I'm pretty new to the platform, small audience, not a ton of views, but making more than I would think. So if you want, go ahead and guess below in the comments how much you think I'm making.
Okay, we don't care.
So that's what our spending to income was looking like back in August. And like I said, I've got a new job, so I'm making more money now. But we're really trying to be more disciplined about spending now, even with the higher income, because I always feel like I've painted myself into a corner. What I actually build up over time.
Notice me, senpai.
Okay,
I have to make
he doesn't mention it. But let's see. We can actually calculate this on our own. So let's see. So he actually, after taxes, is he here? Hold on a second.
I'm not technically paycheck to paycheck then, because I'm putting that money away. Anyway, what's hitting my account is $3,300 per paycheck, or $6,600.
Okay, so here we go. So 6,000. We're gonna calculate this here. We're gonna do this real time here. So where is it? Oh. Let's see. So 600, 606. It was that, right? And why did I just do that? Seriously? Okay. Get out of here. And we're going to add that. Or we're going to minus that. Sorry. So minus. And how much was his, let's go back here. And how much was his final tally, as he said? Final tally was $8,010.14. So we'll say $811 to be safe. $811 minus $8,011. Okay, not as bad as I thought. So basically, he was actually out almost $1,500. $1,500. Now, the sad thing is that the money that he actually saved is pretty much gone. It's pretty much gone at this point. So I don't know what to say. Anyway, I just thought this video was very interesting. Now we're gonna briefly go into an article which I actually pulled up just to confirm what I was saying. How much $100,000 actually gets you today? Now, depending on where you live, this guy lives in Utah. So the standard of living is not really as high, but there's actually a few places where you would get brutalized if you went there with $100K. Now, there is one city that actually blew me away. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So, we're not going to go through this whole article, but I just found it very interesting. I'll probably link it in the description box because I don't want this video to get too long. But if you were living in, for example, Memphis, so if you took your $100,000 to Memphis, it would only be worth $86,444. And of course, because, you know, the standard of living and whatnot. Now, on the flip side, though, if you went to good old New York City, your $100,000 is only worth $35,791. I don't know how y'all survive out in New York, honestly. $100,000 is only worth $35,000. Now, of course, they're one of the most expensive places to live. Now, I understand a lot of people move there for work, and obviously it is a thriving city. But to spend so much money, I don't know, wow. I knew it was bad, but not that bad. Wow. I just thought it was very interesting. But again, this literally reinforces what I've been telling you guys from the beginning. And hopefully you guys are still listening. And hopefully you will listen. Get a side hustle, man. I'm telling you. Try to cut some of that spending. Because this man here, he makes $130,000 a year. And he couldn't even make it. He couldn't even make it. He was short almost $1,500. Now, a lot of stuff I probably would have cut out of his budget and his spending. But that's neither here or there. He actually has it's 4 people living in the house. So I get that. Interesting times we're living in, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting times. But hopefully you guys... I'm probably going to do another video on budgeting to help you guys out because this is reprehensible. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's Money Monday. Hopefully you guys learned something. And y'all people rocking around with your chest out saying, oh, I got $100,000. I'm good. No, you're not. No, you're not. You are just as in big trouble as the rest of us. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode of Money Monday. Shout out to RedpillCanuck.com, our daily pill. Shout out to good old Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Where's my Apple Podcast? My Apple Podcast is over here. Black Rabbit is trying to jump in front of the credits. Anyway, hit the follow button on the way out. And thanks again to Black Rabbit Web Solutions for being part of our Red Pill Canuck family here. For all your unlimited web hosting and domain registration, check out blackrabbithosting.com. Shout out to everybody on Spotify and Apple Podcasts again. And if you're on YouTube right now, thanks for watching. Hit the like button on the way out. And subscribe if you like this content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later. Thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that like button. And to check out our more recent uploads, check here on the top left. And to check out our playlist, check here on the top right. And make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And also check out our Quick Hits channel, which is also located down below for our more bite-sizable content. I'll see you guys in the next one.